Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Together for Thursday.
Oh, Thursday! Let's do the show!
And today we're talking about the Xbox One versus the PS4 now that we know some more information about what they can and cannot do.
Okay, so let's start with the storage solutions.
Yeah, PS4, it will be shipping with a 500 gigabyte hard drive that is upgradable.
Okay.
External drives will not be supported at launch, and there has been no mention of external drive capabilities at this time.
Well, that's bad. And that's for the Xbox One. It'll also ship with a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is not upgradable. But at PAX just last week, Major Nelson mentioned that external drives would not be available at launch, just like the PS4, but support will come later. So we're guessing that both PS4 and Xbox One will support external hard drives.
And let's talk about controllers. It was announced that the PS4 will support up to 4 controllers, not like the 7 that the PS3 had.
That's kind of weird.
Who did that?
Yeah, I don't know why. But the Xbox One will support 8 wireless controllers.
I only have 5 friends.
Yeah.
This will come in handy for nobody. I think actually sports games it helps, but if you can keep track of any one of your mans on the field, good for you.
Lawrence, how many friends do you have?
Well, are we counting humans or anime figures or what?
Both.
27.
Let's move over to the online services. How much is this Xbox Live thing going to cost me?
It's $5 a month, $60 a year, or a little cheaper if you get it on Amazon.
Right, and you will need Xbox Live Gold to do just about anything. A lot of the apps are locked out, even the coveted Toys R Us app.
What does the Toys R Us app do?
It allows you to look at toys that little children might be holding.
Games with Gold is also starting up, but the games so far have been very old and not really cool.
Right, that's when you get a free game once a month, something like that, very similar to what the PlayStation Plus system has been doing for a little while. Microsoft also just announced a new rewards program today in which you can get rebates based on your gamer score and take surveys for money.
Lawrence, you're going to get so many rebates!
Yeah, 3 whole percents. Can I call each one of those percents a new friend? Because that's 5.
Sure, yes, you can do that.
Okay. Also, this is important for people who like to stream their media. Apparently, the Xbox One will not be supporting Xbox Media Center anymore.
Okay, all right.
But ideally, with the whole Windows 8 App Store solution, you should be able to get Plex, XBMC, something to work in the middle.
The easy video streaming service.
Right, because I do this. I legally ripped all my media, and it's sitting on a hard drive because I don't like discs. They stupid.
You didn't do that.
They're sitting in the closet.
You're a pirate. As for the PlayStation 4, it's $4.16 a month, or $50 a year. PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold are both very comparable. They're almost the same price. PS Plus is a pretty awesome service, according to Lawrence. Online services are free, but online matchmaking is behind the paywall. Free-to-play games will not require PS Plus, which is very important.
Right. Now let's move over to how these systems will interact with other things besides video games. This is important for some people out there because of convergence.
Yeah.
That's a word someone just told me. Xbox One will be acting as a universal remote for all of your devices like TV, Blu-ray, home theater, VHS player, etc.
You're going to have a VHS player, right?
Yeah, I have 2 VHS players. That's because when I go to the store, when I go to Hollywood Video, I rent a video, put it in one, and I have a blank tape in the other. Don't tell anyone about this, but then I make a copy.
You're not supposed to do that.
Don't tell me things I can't do.
It's also a pass-through for your cable box, so you can watch TV while using the Xbox One interface.
This is relevant for none of you, so.
Well, that's not true.
I don't know, there's one guy who's like, I'm happy.
I'm excited about it.
I know, because you're an old man.
PS4 will not do any of these things. It's a Blu-ray drive that plays games. That's it.
That's why it's $100 cheaper.
Correct.
Smart move, Sony. Now let's talk about the size of these behemoths. Well, actually, only one of them is. The Xbox One is much, much wider than the PlayStation 4. So by comparison, it's wider than the original PlayStation 3 and the original Xbox 360 combined.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
No,
that part's not real.
This might make it awkward to fit in an entertainment center that's already packed with entertainment equipment and a bunch of other consoles. Also, the Xbox One's lid is a giant vent, so you may not want to stack anything on it in the case that this thing also red rings. I'm not sure if it does.
Almost as if the 360 red ringed a lot at launch and they thought, hey, more vents are good.
More vents are good.
Also comes with more stuff. You have a Kinect that will be shipping with all launch units.
You gotta stack that somewhere too.
Don't put on top of the Xbox One, it blows up. And by comparison, the PS4 is smaller.
It's little trapezoid. Little guy.
I like its angle. It's angular.
It's angular. Let's move on to hardware reliability. The Xbox One it possibly might red ring, right? Maybe. Will the Xbox One have similar issues just like the 360 did?
It didn't do too well in the beginning, but they figured it out later, so hopefully Microsoft has learned from their mistakes.
Please learn.
I mean, look at all the vents.
Please learn.
It lets the air flow through. Yeah, well, the PlayStation 4, historically, Sony has been pretty stable with their hardware. PlayStation 2 broke for some people, like Lawrence, right?
I went through a fat, a slim, another fat, and then I think my fourth is still working barely.
Wait, did they replace them for free?
No.
You had to buy them over and over?
Wow.
Yeah. Jeez, you had to get in your horse-drawn carriage and drive to the ye old GameStop-y.
And then the PS3 Fat Edition had the yellow ring of death toward the end of its life cycle. But personally for us, I don't think anyone in this room has ever had an issue.
And then finally, the release date. PS4 is coming out November 15th in the US, and the Xbox One's coming out November 22nd in the US.
And we only talk about the US is because we're from here, and we know nothing else about the outside world.
Not at all.
So we pose a question to you. Which one are you going to get? Both? Neither? Maybe the Wii U? But we're going to ask all the people in this room what they're going to get. Go!
PS4.
Both.
Xbox.
PS4.
Both. Xbox.
Both.
Xbox One.
Get out of here. PlayStation 4.
Xbox One.
Xbox
PS4.
One. 2DS.
360. Booyah.
Nope. Moving on to your one and only trailer today, we get the Assassin's Creed 4 Open Sea walkthrough. Learn about diving bells and kill a shark.
Why do Ubisoft always want us to kill animals?
They hate animals.
Jeez, why are they so...
All the development of Far Cry 3, Rayman and Origins, and all that fun stuff was powered by the blood of bull sharks.
Do I get meat now?
Meat. Eat that meat.
I hear something.
Eat that meat.
Oh my god. Oh no.
This is the night, such a beautiful night.
I'm gagging. I'm pretty good.
Today on Free Karma, we're going to the Joel's Hole for the retraction that Jack Nicholson is at YouTube next to Kojima.
Turns out he's retiring to be Kojima.
Retraction. I don't know what I'm saying.